World Economic Great Reset Forum leader Klaus Schwab is super proud of the fact that he penetrates global cabinets with young World Economic Forum leaders like Justin Trudeau.
But what we are very proud of now is the young generation, like Prime Minister Trudeau, President of Argentina, and so on, so that we penetrate the cabinets.
Does anybody see a problem with that? Problem? I don't see a problem with that. Government infiltration by financial global leaders, that's not a big deal. It could only work for our benefit, right?
Hey guys, before I get into today's video, here's a shout out for this video's sponsor. When the shit hits the fan and the power goes out, one of the things you're going to need is an ultra bright flashlight and a power bank to charge your devices. This is the indoor-outdoor Lyte But work light. It's got a solar panel to turn sunlight into storable, usable energy, or you can charge it with a regular wall outlet. The adjustable bracket allows you to hang it, hold it in your hand, or get the perfect light angle on a table. It comes in handy for car repair, fishing, hunting, and camping. And check this out. I fully charged this thing, turned it on, and left it on the counter, and it shined for over 5 hours. Grab a couple of them for family and friends. Your link is in the description. Here's what Klaus Schwab said at Harvard's John F. Kennedy School of Government in 2017. He said, "What we are very proud of is that we penetrate the global cabinets of countries." By the way, government functionaries are very, very good at penetrating, by the way, and they don't even use KY jelly. Is that we penetrate the global cabinets of countries with our WEF young global leaders like Trudeau. We have infiltrators in your government, as if the government wasn't bad enough. Now they have an overarching government over the government, penetrating the government that's already your enemy. It's like people are always talking about, yeah, that's the deep state. That's the deep state, man. The deep state is against you. Guess what? They don't have to be. The state is already your enemy. The state is that great fiction by which everyone seeks to live at the expense of everyone else. You know what that spells? Violence. Brutality. If they don't get their way, they're taking you down, and then if necessary, they'll take you out. If it works for their furthering their objectives, accomplishing their agenda. What we are very proud of is that we penetrate the global cabinets of countries with our World Economic Forum young global leaders like Trudeau and like Freeland, Miss Freeland over here. People will look at this and go, well, you wrote it down that he said it. But, and I think I remember him saying this because we've covered Klaus Schwab so many times on this. He said so many things that make you go, God, maybe lizard people do exist. I mean, like if they did, I'm not saying they did or didn't, but if they did, he might be one.
Derek, questions and comments. The Honourable Member for Oshawa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I listened to my colleague's speech. I had a constituent that wanted me to ask a question about outside interference to our democracy. Klaus Schwab is the head of the World Economic Forum, and he bragged how his subversive WEF, World Economic Forum, has, quoted, infiltrated governments around the world. He said that his organization had penetrated more than half of Canada's cabinet. And I was wondering, in the interest of transparency, could the member please name which cabinet ministers are on board with the WEF's agenda? My concern is the deputy.
Order. I know that the member was in a really good question there, but the audio is really bad and the video is really bad as well.
That's weird. I could hear it perfectly fine. I wonder why he's saying that the audio is bad. He wouldn't have an agenda, would he? There's nobody padding his pockets behind the curtain, is there? Nobody's sitting under his desk or maybe in his ear telling people, hey, you can't really say, we're having technical difficulties. It sounded like it might have been a good question. We don't really know what it was about, but
and I apologize. I don't know if the member. Okay, let's try again. The honourable member for Timmins James Bay.
Mr. Speaker, That member is promoting open disinformation. That's not debate. We have to call out disinformation.
We'll get into debate again. The honourable member, questions and comments. The honourable member for Lambton, Kent, Middlesex.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I'm just thank you to my honourable colleague for her speech. I'd like to ask her specifically, because you talked about how this piece of legislation does not.
When I mention now names like Mrs. Merkel, even Vladimir Putin and so on, they all have been young global leaders of the World Economic Forum. Mm-hmm. But what we are very proud of now, the young generation, like Prime Minister Trudeau, President of Argentina and so on, that we penetrate the cabinets. So yesterday I was at a reception for Prime Minister Trudeau, and I know that half of this cabinet, or even more half of this cabinet, are actually young global leaders of the World Economic Forum.
And that's true in Argentina, too.
Are noble leaders of the World Economic Forum, and he puts Justin Trudeau on that plane.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's true in Argentina as well.
It's true in Argentina, and it's true in France now. Mm-hmm. I mean, with the president, with a young global leader, but...
Okay, so what we have here is an audio confirmation of this right here. What we are very proud of is that we penetrate the global cabinets of countries with our World Economic Forum young global leaders like Trudeau. That's all you need to know, guys. You can only serve one master. You can't serve two masters.
With all the crazy stated plans of the Great Reset, the currency reset, and even the food reset, it's not a matter of if the store shelves are going to clear and there's a lack of food. The question is when. You need to get long-term storable food. It doesn't matter if it's from me or you just go to the store and you buy food. Just grab dry, storable food while you can. If you want to get it from me, you're going to support the channel and you're going to help yourself out because my link has a discount code embedded within it. You can check that out in the description below.